Hello everyone, welcome to our channels. Now today we are going to learn about the most important chapter of your class 7, which is chapter number 8, ratio and proportions. So first let's understand what the ratio is, what is the basic concept of ratio. Then we will learn some rules, some laws and all. Okay. So the ratio of a number means, suppose what a ratio is. Ratio of A and B. Suppose I am asking the ratio of A and B. So how we can write that, how we can read that, those all things we will learn. So the ratio of A is to B. So A is to B. These are the two ratios. So if you want to write these two ratios in fraction, how you can write is in fraction. In fraction, it will be A divided by B. So A is to B means A divided by B. Okay. And if you want to write in ratio, okay, so if you want to write in ratio, so in ratio, it will be A is to B. This is the sign of ratio, or we can read as A ratio B. Okay. So now we have two terms. One is A, another is B. A, B means what? Here I have taken an example. So instead of A you can take one number, instead of B you can take another number. Okay. So these are the two numbers. Okay. These are the two integers. So now this is in ratio. Okay. This is in fraction, and this is we can read as the ratio of A is to B. Okay. So now these are the two terms. What these two terms are called? Okay. One is the term which is first term, and another is the term which is second term. Okay. So what the first term is called, which is A, is called antecedent. Okay, antecedent. So first term, that is A, is called A and T E C E D E and T, antecedent. Okay. So second term, that is here we have considered as B. This is known as consequent. C-O-N-S-E-Q-U-E-N-T. So here two terms are here. So whenever instead of any two A and B, instead of A and B, if any two numbers are there in ratio, then the first ratio we will call as antecedent, and the second ratio we will call as consequent. Okay. So these are the two terms called. Okay. Now sometime antecedent will be given that if antecedent is this much or consequent is this much, then find write in ratio. Then first you have to write antecedent and then consequent. Okay. So this is the basic concept of ratio. Okay. This is the basic concept of ratio. Now we will learn some laws, some rules, some properties through which you can easily do the questions related to ratio. Before learning the property, let's take an example. Okay, suppose here I have taken an example 3 and ratio 4. Okay, so here two terms we have. One is the first term 3 and another is the second term 4. Okay, so here two terms as which we learn is, one is antecedent, another is consequent. So here antecedent is 3 and consequent is 4. Right? So A 3 and Q 4. Okay, don't write A and Q, you write the antecedent and consequent 4. Okay, I have given examples. Now we will learn two properties, okay, related to this ratio and proportions. So first property of the ratio and proportion is, suppose one ratio I am taking A is to B. Okay, or we can write this as A divided by b. Okay, so the first rule is saying whenever if you are multiplying both the terms with the same quantity, अगर आप दोनों टर्म को सेम क्वांटिटी से मल्टीप्लाई करते हो, then the ratio doesn't change. Ratio remains same. Okay. So for example, if you are multiplying here also by m and if you are multiplying here also by m, then the ratio will be same, am divided by bm. Okay. So this ratio will be same, am ratio bm. Same means what? Same not is you can say at equivalent. Okay. So this ratio will be equivalent to this ratio. Okay. So first thing, very easily you can say that whatever the number you are multiplying with the numerator, you can multiply with the denominator also. By multiplying numerator and denominator with the same number, that ratio of that particular fraction will not change. The ratio of that will be remain equivalent. Okay. But here you have to take care one most important thing, that m should not be 0. M should not be 0 means the number should not be 0. Okay. Second property is also similar to that. Here it is multiplied. In the second property, if a ratio is there, a is to b or a divided by b, when you are dividing, here it is multiplied. When you are dividing with the same quantity, as like you are dividing by m here also and you are dividing by m here also, then also that fractions of that value will be equivalent. Okay. So here it will be a divided by m ratio b divided by m. Okay. So this will be equivalent to a ratio b. Okay. So here we can say this one is the equivalent of. Understood? So this is the basic two property of equivalent fractions. Okay. So with this or ratio you can say, Anna. So with this you can solve most of the problems of your chapter which we are going to learn now. Okay. If after that we have to keep in mind one more thing, that whenever two numbers are in ratio, one most important topic is there which is called the ratio in simplest form. Okay. Simplest form means the lowest form you can say. Okay. So next topic is ratio in simplest form. So what this is called? Ratio in simplest form means what? Okay. So for that, when you see two numbers are in ratio, suppose A and B, these two numbers are in ratio. Then if you see the HCF, highest common factor of these two numbers, when HCF of these two numbers is 1, ये दो नंबर का HCF जब 1 होगा, then only you can say that that number, that ratio, that particular two ratio are in simplest form. Okay. If any ratio is given, then suppose it is asking to reduce that into the simplest form, that means you have to reduce that into a form wherein finally when you can see the ratio of, two numbers of the ratio, two digits of the ratios, HCF is 1. जब वो दोनों का रेशियो का HCF जो होगा वो 1 होगा, इसका और इसका मिला के, तब हम लोग then we can say that ratio is in simplest form. Okay. So these are the basic concepts, these are the basic topics which we have in this exercise. So let's learn some questions. For example, as I discussed about simplest form, here two numbers are given, this and this. You have to reduce these two in simplest form. So first thing, to reduce this into the simplest form, you have to find the HCF of these two numbers, highest common factor of these two numbers, and you have to see the HCF, and whatever the HCF will come, with that number we will divide both the numbers. Okay, we will divide both the number because we learned the property that we can divide with the same number both the terms. Okay, both the numbers, and then we can reduce it. So here we will see the HCF of 75 and 125. So let's use here count division method to find the HCF of these two numbers. So 75 divided by 125. So 75 1 are 75. Then 20 0 7 5 12 50. So now this 75 will come here. Okay. So 75. So 50 again 1. 51 and 50. So 25. 50, 25 to 50, right? So that means 25 is the HCF here. 25 is the HCF here. So the HCF of 75 and 125 is 25. So now what you have to do is, you have to divide both the numbers by 25, right? So 75 into 125 means 75 divided by 125, right? So here what we will do is 75 divided by 25 again divided by 125 divided by 25. So we know how many times 25 is equal to 75? 3, right? So this will cut and it will be 3 divided by how many 25 is equal to 125? 5, right? So 5 times. So that means the required ratio will be 3 into 5. So now we can write the answer as here I am writing the answer. The ratio of 75 into 125 in simplest form is 3 into 5. So this is the answer. This is the required answer. So this is how very simply whenever two numbers are given, first you have to find the highest common factor. After finding the highest common factor, whatever the number is coming, with that number you have to divide both the number. Okay, so both the number I have divided with that number, and whatever the number will come, that will be the same in simplest form. Okay, very easy. Here let's see some more examples. If it is in like this 1 by 4 in ratio in 1 by 6. Okay, then how can we do and then how can we solve? So in this case we will find the LCM of these two numbers. So LCM of 4 and 6. First one I am solving, suppose. So LCM of 4 and 6. How much will be the LCM of 4 and 6? 12, right? So is 12. So if LCM is 12, now what we have to do is, instead of dividing, here we will multiply. Okay, so we will multiply with this also and this also. So 1 by 4 multiply 12 and then 1 by 6 multiply 12. So if you multiply this, then it will cut how many times? 4 3 are 12, right? 6 2 are 12, right? So the final answer you can get is 3 ratio 2. Okay, so 3 ratio 2 is the ratio of question number 1. Okay. Then we are moving to the question number 2. So second one which we have is this one. 3 8 24, 25 by 3 into 13 by 4, right? No, 25 by 4. 25 by 4. So this is the ratio. Now you have to find the LCM of 3 and 4. So LCM of 3 and 4 is 12, right? So 3 and 4 LCM is 12, means you have to multiply by 12 this one or this one also. Okay, so 25 divided by 3 multiply 12. Ratio 25 divided by 4 multiply 12. Okay, so 3 4 are 12, 4 3 are 12. Okay, so ratio will be 425 are 100 and 325 are 75, right? So 75. So the ratio term is 100 by 75, right? So 100 by 75. Now I am writing here. This is the question number 2. This also I am erasing. So 100 divided by 75, we can write this. Now you have to find the HCF of these two numbers, 100 and 75. So let's see. 100, 75, 25, okay, 75, 3, right? 75 to 25. That means the HCF of these two numbers is 25. Means you have to divide this also by 25, and here you have to divide this also by 25. So if you divide that by 25, 100 by 25, it will come 4, and if you divide 75 by 25, this will come 3. So this is the simplest form of this number. Okay, ये जो ratio है, whatever the ratio is this given, in simplest form we can write this as 4 by 3 or 4 ratio 3. 4 ratio 3. This will be the required answer. Okay, so very important thing. First, whenever this type of number mixed fraction is there, you have to convert into the normal fraction, and after converting into the normal fractions, you have to find the LCM of these two numbers. After finding the LCM of these two numbers, you have to multiply with the LCM. Okay, whatever the LCM you will get, that you will multiply with the fractions, and after multiplying, you can reduce into the ratio, lowest ratio. After whatever the ratio you will get, you have to find the HCF of those two numbers. We have find the HCF and got the HCF of 25, and then you can divide both the numbers by 25, and you can reduce it into the simplest form. Okay, very easy steps you can remember. Okay, next one more question we have is, let's see that question also. So these type of questions may be there in your exercise which you have to solve by yourself. Okay, these are some examples which I have given. So I hope now you can solve this type of question. If you feel any doubts, you can ask. So third question which we have is 8.8.5 and ratio 10. Okay, so this we can write is as 8.5 divided by 10, right? If you remove the decimal, one more zero will come here. So this is 85 by 100. Now we will find the highest common factor of 85 and 100. So let's see, 100 and 85. So 85 1 are 85. Then 5 1 15, right? So 15 85. How many times? 15 85. Okay. So 15 5 are 75. Otherwise 15 6 it will be 80 more. 90, sorry. So then this much will be 0, 10, right? 10, 15, 10 1 10, 5, 10, 5 2 10. So 5 is the HCF. Okay. So HCF of 85 and 100 is 5. So now we will divide both the number by 5. Okay. So 85 divided by 5 and 100 divided by 5. So if you divide 85 by 5, it will be 17 times. If you divide 100 by 5, it will be 20 times. Right? So 17 divided by 20 means 70 ratio 20. So 70 ratio 20 will be the required answer. So very easily in case of decimal, just you remove the decimal, okay, and you check the HCF of those two numbers, and after finding the HCF, you divide both the number by the HCF, and you can get the simplest form. Okay. So these are the three types of questions which we discussed. One is the mixed fraction also, one is the fractional numbers also, how can you do this, and another is the decimal number also. Okay. Now suppose this type of question is there, it is given into two different units, two different units are same here. One is suppose in meter and another suppose in centimeter. Okay, this is in centimeter suppose, and this is in meter. And here one is in days and another is in hours. So how can you find the ratio of these two? Then for this type of questions you have to make sure that both the quantity are in same units. Okay. If it is in meter, then either this one also should be meter, or this one, if this one is centimeter, this one also should be in centimeter. So if this is in centimeter and you want to convert this into also centimeter, so you know 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, right? So 2 meter will be is equal to 200 centimeter. Okay. So here it is asking 1 meter to 24 centimeter means 2 meter to 24 centimeter means 200 centimeter to 24 centimeter, right? So the ratio, final ratio will come 200 ratio 24. Okay. So now you can find out the ratio of these two, or you can reduce this into the simplest form. Now you have already learned about the rest of our process. Okay. Now you can reduce it into the rest form by dividing the same number by finding HCF and all. Those all methods we have learned. And same in case of question number second also, if it is in days, one is in days and another is in hours, then first you have to convert that days into hours. So we know 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So 3 days will be equal to 24 into 3 hours. Okay. So 24 into 3 means 4 and 12, 2, 1 carry. 3 2 are 6, 7. 72 hours. So now the final ratio it will be 72 ends to 30. 72 ratio 30. Now you can do the rest of our process as we discussed. As like after finding HCF, you can reduce it in the simplest form. So this is the basic concept of ratio and proportions of your chapter. We will discuss a few more questions, especially based on word problem from this chapter. Okay, in the next video part, because this part already becomes so much long, so I don't want to make this so much long. Okay, so in next video part we will learn about the some word problems of related to the ratio and proportions. In homework I am giving examples of exercise 8A. You have to no need to do any questions from exercise. So we will discuss few more questions, then you can do. So now your homework is examples of exercise 8A. You can do at least 10 examples. Okay. So you can start with 1 to 10. So 10 examples from exercise 8A you have to do in homework. Thank you. Have a good time.